Empty roads, dead stores. Traffic jams can only be found at the borders. The corona crisis has shown us obstacles which can't overcome easily, although we have the most advanced technology in history. The word globalization has literally become the unword of the year, and lockdowns forced us petrolheads to think about the most important things in life, like Lotus Elise 111R is a step backwards in many different perspectives. In case of power and weight, it's a huge step compared to most newer sports cars. But exactly the combination of a light chassis and a high-revving naturally aspirated engine makes this car one of the most desirable you can buy. Most petrolheads who think horsepower is the key to happiness would change their point of view after driving with the Lotus. If you just look at the numbers and hard facts, it's one of the worst deals you can make. A 16-year-old British car with absolutely no features for 30,000 euros seems like a rip-off. There's an air condition and a radio, but that's it. While entering the cabin, I'm even not allowed to lean against the windshield. Otherwise it bends and the roof would not fit again. Just asking what happens with it if the car rolls over. Don't care. I don't want to roll over even if the car is unsteady while I'm sitting in.
Trotz linker Schlagseite. So, jetzt kommt der härteste.
The hardest part of driving a Lotus? Climbing inside.
Der Klimmen des Innenraums. So,
it would be great if I could touch the windshield.
Wenn man sich die Entwicklungen im Motorenbau ansieht, gab es in den letzten
If you take a closer look at the evolution of engine power from the last few years, there were huge steps forward. Ferrari, for example, nearly added 100 horsepower with their last 3-generation V12 supercars, without any forced induction or hybrid system. These technologies allows it to let taxis-like cars scratch the 800 horsepower mark. I'm afraid of these unreliable technologies with the 3 turbochargers, a hybrid battery and 40 exhaust sensors because it scares the shit out of me when thinking about repair costs. In the Lotus this is a completely different story. Behind me there's a stock Toyota engine. Yeah, right. An absolute stock production line Toyota engine which can also be fixed from someone who has not finished high school.
ohne Hauptschulabschluss wieder zum Laufen bringen.
Which does not mean it's a boring one. The engine is equipped with variable valve timing, like Honda's famous VTEC engine, and starts becoming alive above 6,000 revolutions and screams till the red line over 9,000 RPM. After experiencing this at the latest, the last doubts have disappeared. This engine suits the car like a 4-wheeled motorbike perfectly.
Zum Lotus, wie die berühmte Faust aufs Auge. Ich glaube, dem Fahrgefühl muss ich dieses Mal ein paar mehr
I
zeigen.
think this time I have to tell you more about handling and steering experience. First of all, I have to tell you that the Lotus has no power steering and weighs just 790 kilograms without me, which results that the driving experience is absolutely not comparable with any other car. I expected it to handle well, but what I actually found is mind-blowing. The only word which complies this kind of response is godlike. That's how he wanted it to be. So, back to the power steering. When maneuvering, it's really nasty because you have to use lots of muscle power, but if someone is searching for a parking space with a Lotus, he hasn't got it right.
Der hat das Ganze sowieso nicht richtig verstanden. Beim Kurvenräuber.
But this changes while hunting from corner to corner because of the raw and naked metal-to-metal connection between the steering wheel and the tires. You get so much feedback that I can literally feel the grain of the stones in the tarmac. The combination of the light chassis and the sticky semi-slicks bring the stability limit in an area where every home-to-work and back driver would lose his mind. But you should stay away if your balls are bigger than your brain, because there is no traction or stability control and the Elise would vanish into the air faster than Greta Thunberg thanks to the Corona crisis.
Als Greta Thunberg durch die Corona-Krise.
Why the Lotus can't be compared with any other sports car, like the Porsche 911 for example, is the fact that you will never have a destination with it. The purpose is to reach the same place as you started, but happier. You will turn into a nicer husband, a more thoughtful father and a better human after driving with the Lotus for several hours on a Sunday morning.
Die Sau rauslässt.
From this perspective, the Lotus is one of the most reasonable secondary cars you can buy because it will make you a better human, lasts thanks to Toyota parts nearly forever and has nearly lost nothing in value in the last 16 years. Therefore, I've got a surprisingly positive summary for the first time.
Wer sich so ein Auto kauft, ist nicht nur ein Genießer, sondern auch ein
Who buys a car like this isn't just a joyful but also an intelligent human. I didn't expect it to end the video with this conclusion, which is matchless, so I say goodbye for the first time and I recommend to watch the other videos. Some of them seem very entertaining.
Und ich rate euch, auch die anderen Videos anzusehen. Man munkelt, einige davon sind sehr unterhaltsam. Tschüss, Baba und pfiat euch.